Stereo Rob here, and this is my personal stereo system. So, you guys see a lot of my videos, and I've always got different things posted and whatnot. But I've got over 1,000 pieces of vintage hi-fi equipment. But my current system that I'm using is actually a bit of a hybrid type thing. This is my listening space right here, my sound room. And what I am currently using to play my music on is pretty much all tube equipment. As you can see here, lots of tube stuff. Now, what I got here is I have a Danico ST70, which has been completely recapped, and I have new tubes for it. All right. And I've got an SAE2 preamplifier, model PA10. I'm using this to control the ST70. After that, I've got my Scott 340B. I've had this receiver since I was 15 years old, and it's one of my all-time favorites. It's 7591 based. I just had it recently completely overhauled, all new caps, had it retubed, electrically restored, but not cosmetically. But you can see some of the new caps in there. But I got this thing in an abandoned house when I was a kid, up in the attic. This is used as my bass amplifier primarily. Moving on, I have my Pioneer PL51 turntable, which is absolutely gorgeous. The thing's a work of art. Weighs a ton. I also have a PL41 over there, but that's for another day. After that, moving right along, I'm using a Fisher 400 receiver, which has also been redone. It was redone about 20 years ago, but so it's an older restoration, but it's still good. It was inside of a console stereo, and this thing is so clean. Look at this; it still has the original little stuff on it, and this thing is immaculate. It's 7868 based. I use this as mostly my mids and high amp. And then moving right along here, I've got a Fisher 70 RT, which I'm using as a preamp to control this Baldwin organ amplifier up here, which is also soon to be connected to this dynamic tube receiver as well. This one here I paid $5 for. Got it at a garage sale. Even got the original papers and everything for it, so that was a huge score. This one was just given to me. This was inside of an old amplifier that had been sitting in someone's living room for 50 years and never used. So this thing is still like new. It still has little green tops on the vacuum tubes. And then I'm using my TAC 4300 for my reel-to-reel deck. It's all power managed by this Furman power monitor right there. I also have multiple power line conditioners throughout the system. This is a little preamp for the Baldwin organ amplifier. And then also I have this back here, which is a 220 volt to 120 up converter, because the SAE preamp is a 220 piece. Now for speakers, I'm using my University Mark IIs, which are these big sons of bitches right here. They use 15-inch woofers. They're tuned and ported with horns as well as mids. They're actually made in 1962, so they sound fantastic, and they're period correct with tube equipment. Now those are connected to the ST70, because this is like my primary upper bass or really low bass amplifier. Up to the Scott here, I have these, and these are kind of laughable. They're old Magnavox extension speakers for console stereos, but for whatever reason they just bang. They have unbelievable bass, so I use those, and they seem to do really well with the Scott 340. For the Fisher 400, I'm using these Jensen Jensen TR10 triads from 1957. And you would buy these as a single speaker because these were made before stereophonic sound came out. And I was fortunate enough to have a pair of them, which is the other one's down there. But it's let's see, I paid I think $7 for these at a thrift store many years ago. Got these as a trade for some other equipment, and I paid $4 for the Magnavox extension speakers. Then for the little Baldwin organ amp with the Fisher 70 RT, since it's mono, I'm just using this single Jensen TF3 down here, which is a Flex Air Design bass reflex three-way system, which kind of fills in the hole in the middle for that center channel. And then for the dynamic receiver down there, I'm going to be using these very early realistic model Solo 2s. So this is just a work in progress, and it's kind of messy. I know it's not really very neat or clean right now, but it's like I said, it's a work of love and a work in progress. The first larger tube system I've put together in a while. So, and you may recognize some of these other pieces from other videos I've done. Then on this side of the garage is a mess. This is just everything else, all my solid state stuff I just kind of have stored or stashed away for the time being. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and now you have a general idea of what I personally use to listen to my own music on. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.